basic cross choke from mount, but just a little bit of details. So when you're in high mount, if your partner's giving you trouble with the elbows, defending, just squeeze their elbows together. That's all you have to do. Squeezing the elbows prevents them from elbow knee escaping, trapping your arm. Even when she bridges, right, I can take that bridge and I can stay here indefinitely. Right, and now we're gonna go and put our right arm in. So one of the mistakes, right, is putting that right arm in and then your hands and fingers get stuck. The easy part is getting the grip, the hard part is getting your arm through. So I want to go palm down. So once I'm here, I start pushing here and I just go palm down, I can get my arm all the way through. Once my arm is through, then I can start putting pressure onto this elbow and then feeding this lapel with my left hand to that 4 fingers in, right? If she's still kind of like protecting this arm because she's worried about armbar, then we can start feeding over and then going for our 4 fingers in, right? 4 fingers in and then going. If she ends up defending her neck, I can go thumb in and then use my wrist to scrape her face to get that hand off. So thumb here, using that wrist to scrape and then dropping my elbow and finishing my cross choke, right? So, time out, keeping this nice and tight. I'm gonna just drive this through and get my hand next to her neck. Then I can put pressure onto her elbow and then start to feed this to my right hand, the 4 fingers in. If she's not defending, I'll come in and I'll start digging for my 4 fingers and then dropping. If she starts defending, I go thumb in right here, and if she's not defending there, then I'll just go right next to the thing. Tom, can I do it on you, please? Okay, so we're in high mount, right? So what I want to do is I want to push this in like this. When I push this in, Ton has a difficult time escaping or anything like that, right, Ton? Mm-hmm. Now I can start shoving this one in through and then blocking his neck, putting pressure onto this elbow. Now I have time to open this up and start getting my 4 fingers in, like that. I'll start coming to the other side. If he ends up defending, we're going to put our thumb in, shave his face, and then drop in and finish. Okay, sorry, no. Yeah, it's a little painful. All right, any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. Protecting his right arm again. Right? So he's protecting his right arm. We're going to go for armbar on the top arm. So I want to keep that nice and controlled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and grab like in between either my middle finger or my pointer finger like this to keep it pinned. Now I'm going to start bringing my knee up and trap. So now, because what's going to happen is if he feels that I'm going for this arm, he's going to reverse it and then protect it. So I want to keep this nice and tight. When he starts to reverse and protect it, it just won't happen anymore. So now I'm going to start leaning forward and bringing my knee onto his elbow like this. Then I straighten my left leg and I switch. Even if he's defending with his hand or whatever, I can still dig on the inside, scoop this up, and then finish my armbar from here. Or I can bring my shin over and finish, or I could even like this. I just don't want to sit back because that's how a lot of people are going to be defending it. So he has his elbows in tight. I'm going to go here, I keep it, and bring my knee up so it's nice and pinned. Then I can start pressuring in, knee, straighten, and I shift. If his hands are in this orientation, I can pull like this, and then go for my armbar right there. Good, Tom? One more. Yeah. So I'm keeping this nice and tight. Here, pressure, knee. Right? I'm not putting a lot of pressure, but you would be driving in your chest more into the elbow. I straighten, and then I switch. The more you pinch, the better it's going to be. I scoop up, and then I finish the armbar. Okay. So protected arm. Right? Okay. So Baratoplata from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin this in. I'm going to come on the inside, and I'm going to grab his wrist. So I want this down, and I want this up, like this. Now that I have both of them trapped, I don't really care about the bottom one, but the bottom one is to make sure that he doesn't swim, and then I can also keep this up. So I'm going to be pushing really hard against his chest here. I bring my knee, I swing my left leg over, and then I grab my thigh. So to finish, we're going to fall to our back, once he starts coming up, I put my foot on the hip, and now I'm going to underhook on this side. There we go. All right, I'm either going to underhook his arm or his leg. And notice how his wrist is right on my hip line, and I'm grabbing tight with my hand. Make sure that you're clamping. You're going to put on the pedal a little bit with your knee forward, and my right foot on the hip. I'm going to hip away from him like this, and that's how I'm going to get my head. So he's here. I'm pinning. I come underneath and I grab. Knee. I swing. I want to grab really high up on my thigh and then fall back. Right? Once he comes up, foot, I underhook, and then I finish.
Are there any stacking risks, or is it the pressure's enough? Probably.
The pressure's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pressure's enough. You can finish it when you're on top, too. I just find out that when I'm doing this, I don't have enough limbs to do it. So I'm here, I come up, over the top, here. So what you would do is you would start to underhook his arm from here, and then finish. But I find out, for me, I can't reach. Or you would grab his leg like this, and then fall back to your right side, like that. Okay. Partner, please. 1, 2, 3.